Hello, welcome to Star Sister Oracle. My name is Michelle. Thank you so much for joining me today. We have another pick a deck. So I have 3 tarot decks for you to choose from, whichever one grabs your eye, or whenever you have a feeling when you see the picture of the deck that I'm about to show you. If you have a feeling, if you feel a chill or warmth or anything, just follow your feeling, and that is the deck for you, right? So each deck has an intended message. And yeah, so let's go ahead and get started. Pick the deck that speaks to you, that feels for you. And then I will go ahead and timestamp each deck below so that whatever deck you choose, you can just jump right on ahead to that time so you can get the message intended for you. So we have the original Rider-Waite deck. Right. A couple of those pictures at the back just so you can kind of see. All right, here, I'll show you guys some pictures if you're not familiar with tarot. Right. Right, so those are the original Rider-Waite people. Then we have the Modern Witch deck. A couple of those cards in the back, if they're speaking to you. And last but not least, the Spellcasters Tarot deck. And here's a couple of those cards on the back as well. If that is speaking to you, I'm going to go ahead and show you them again. So we've got the original tarot, Rider-Waite. We've got the Modern Witch tarot deck. And the Spellcasters tarot deck. All right. So first up, my original Rider-Waite people. Go ahead and get started with y'all first. All right. Welcome, welcome. Happy Pisces season. We made it. Bless another day, another opportunity to love and be loved. Spirit, please let me speak to the collective of the Rider-Waite people here today. Spirit, thank you so much. Spirit guides, guardians, and protectors, angels. I thank you, I love you, I trust you, and I'm so humbled by your presence. Help me hear and speak what I need. Tell a very clear and accurate story from my original Rider-Waite people. All right. So, Rider-Waite people, looks like we are dealing with either some attachment about what we think healing looks like and feels like and should be in the process of it, right? Or there's something that you're super attached to at the moment which needs some healing, right? So we'll see which is which, but those are the 2 possibilities I'm seeing. You're either attached to the idea of what healing looks like and therefore maybe obstructing some healing that's trying to come your way, or staying stuck in a cycle that's, you know, you're not able to heal through because you're so attached to what it should look like, right? You think, well, I should be doing this, and I should be getting read by this person, and I should, you know, the yoga should be helping, and meditation should be working. You know, healing doesn't look the same for everybody, and it's different at different times, right? So, or you're attached to a thing. Ooh, I'm not taking all those. Or it's attached to a thing, and you need to heal yourself through it, right? All right, so let's see. We're going to do a little 9-card spread for you guys and get started. All right, Spirit, help me connect and tell me the story here. What's going on for the Rider-Waite people? Show me what's going on here, Spirit. Thank you so much. It's another sunny day here in Chicago. I don't know how to act. It's supposed to come out. Spirit, tell me what's going on here for the Rider-Waite people. Nice 9-card spread, please and thank you. Tell me about this Page of Cups. Thank you. Oh, I know what I'll do. Like that. Like that. And I know this is probably a weird angle, y'all, because I'm at my coffee table. But just rock with me for a couple more weeks here. Thank you too, more Spirit. Yeah, so it seems like your immature attachment to something, and it's okay though. Like, it needed to happen. Spirit's trying to come in and teach you how to leave that attachment and become non-attached and become more mature because of it. Thank you. Alrighty. So we got all types of energy on the board. So let me just see what's going on here. Oh, and you know what? I don't have my charms out. Definitely want those babies. Right? Okay. Let's see here. So yeah, it looks like either you or someone in your life who was a bit immature or just kind of youthful and kind of naive, right? Came in. Let's see what else this Page of Cups is about. What's going on with this Page of Cups? You or someone you know came into a situation trying to make the best of it, trying to turn lemons into lemonade, right? But you or this person were a little bit blinded though, right? Because of your naivete, because you weren't mature enough to see everything for what it is. And now Spirit's coming in because of this situation and telling you to walk away. Tower card, or 8 of Cups, clarifying the Tower card, right? So Spirit's asking you to walk away from this. You've become attached to this situation where you tried to make lemons out of lemonade, whether this is a job or an intimate dynamic or even a friendship or a family dynamic, right? Whatever relationship that this is, business, job, intimate, platonic, whatever, you came in trying to make lemons out of lemonade, but you were blind to all of the entities, all of the circumstances, all of the things at play that were going on. And now Spirit's like, I need you to get out of there. Because this is divine intervention, right? Like, this isn't just any old, like, oh, get out of there. No, this is like Spirit's like, no, get out. Get out. Right? I mean, come on. Tower moment and then the 8 of Cups. Come on. Like, yep, okay. You've seen things for what they are. You know, something literally burned, whether you did your job or your home actually did there was a fire inside, right? Like, maybe you were trying to make the best out of this home, and now you're like, well, Spirit's just gone up and put that up in flames, like literally or figuratively or metaphysically, or either literally or y'all, you know what I'm trying to say. The opposite of literally. What's going on? So Spirit has come and put a fire to the situation and is burning it for, right? Because like, just like forest fires happen naturally, they should be happening naturally, right? That is nature. That is nature saying, all right, it's time to deforest and it's time for something else to come in, right? And maybe you did learn about something, right? Because then we have the Page of Cups right next to the Knight of Cups, like, right, like he's graduated, you've matured, but you still weren't things. You were either you were really trying to like overestimate, like you were, right? Because the sun upright is about like hope and clarity and things made clear and things coming to light. It was like you were almost being so optimistic, you were being naive. You weren't really seeing things for what they are. You're just like, oh no, like rose-colored glasses, right? You came in with rose-colored glasses and realized that you had to turn away, or you were turned away when you tried to make lemons out of lemonade. And we've got the Wheel of Fortune here. Tell me more about this energy here, Spirit. Justice came out. I'm trying to look at these cards in a different setup. Right, the Wheel of Fortune and Justice. Like things are going to turn in your favor, or they already have, because someone's called in the BS for what it was. Somebody's like presented something to you, or you've grown privy, or someone around you has grown privy, and they're like, here's what's going on. Here's the BS that's going on. Right? Because what's this has to be upright, right? Spirit, the cycles of life, the nature, the laws of nature want things to come to light, because without that there's lots of tension happening, right? And so we've got the Wheel of Fortune and the Justice, which tells me like the situation will be made clear, because someone is coming in here who is very intelligent, very straight to the point, or just the way that they call it out is very straight to the point, and they're saying like, here's what's really happening, right? Either you're having to do that for yourself, you're having to like kind of step back and see things for what they are and get out of that naive misled optimism, because it's great to be hopeful and it's great to have well wishes for what you're going into, right? But once things start to not look right, which is Spirit knows it doesn't look right, which is why we have this Tower here. Once it is known that something doesn't look right, like let it go. And obviously you're not able to, because the attachment card came out. I'm not sure why you're so attached to this, but attachment like this is never good. Yeah, someone that was holding on to this, who you or someone right? Because these energies can play out all types of different ways. If you're very deeply connected with somebody energetically, or someone comes to mind, and it could be them, someone who either holds you close to their heart or holds the situation close to their heart. Maybe it's their business, maybe it's their child that you're in a tiff with. It's someone who has stakes in this situation, is having to call it out for what it is. Or if they're not able to, you need to. How can they minimize the damage here of leaving this situation, Spirit? How can they minimize the damage of leaving this situation? Thank you so much. How can they minimize the damage of releasing this situation? Don't harp on it. Five of Cups. Just leave it. Let go. Don't kind of sit there and stare or try to comfort everyone that's involved. Like, okay, like let's just talk about, like sometimes it's not worth that. How can they tell me more? How can they minimize the damage, Spirit? How can they minimize the damage of leaving, releasing the situation? Don't be sneaky. Don't be sneaky about it. Tell me more, Spirit. Yeah, don't be sneaky. Don't make it secretive. Or are you telling them to do that, Spirit? Hold on, let me make sure. Like maybe Spirit doesn't want heat. Hold on, let me. Let's see. Advice about how to minimize the damage of releasing the situation. Thank you. Advice on how to minimize the damage of releasing the situation, Spirit. How can they minimize the damage? Whoa. Whoa, that was a lot of cards. First card that came out was Hold Your Vision. Know what you know to be true, right? Like, don't forget how to minimize the damage. Don't forget what's happening here, right? And don't forget what it is that you truly want. And seeing this situation for what it is and knowing, this ain't vibing, this ain't right. Yeah, I mean, yeah, don't be sneaky. That's the message. Because we don't want to create bad karma. We don't want to, you know what I mean? We don't want to be those type of people that kind of leave in the middle of the night. Like, there's no need to be sneaky about it. But there's also no reason to, like, stay and harp, right? Just leave with integrity and dignity and grace, right? And, you know, there's no need to kind of bad talk anybody because it will come to light. It will come to light. Yeah, I feel like maybe this is like a job where like you went into the situation and you were like, wow, this company seems so great. And then you find out some bullshit's happening, that they're treating their customers badly, that they're stealing money, or, you know, if they're a nonprofit, there's some dirty dealing going on. And you were so excited. You were so excited. And that's why there's such an attachment, right? Because you had all these dreams and daydreams, and you thought about all this good that you were going to be able to do there and the good that you guys were going to be able to do there together. And now you're like, oh, this a little funky. You tried to come in here and temper the situation, but you were blinded by all the things that they were telling you. You need to pay attention to your feelings also next time. If something doesn't feel right, then it's probably not right. I said in another video, I don't remember which one, but I see things for what they are. I feel things for what they are, right? And seeing isn't just about seeing with your vision. Hold your vision, right? It's not just about vision, sight, but seeing, okay, they're saying this, but they're doing this, right? Like seeing past the facade, seeing past what's being displayed, seeing past what's on the card, right? If you're a reader, right? It's about seeing what's past the card. It's about seeing what's beyond the card. It's about seeing what's beyond the surface, right? So hold your vision. Hold your vision. How do you minimize the damage? Hold your vision and say, I know what I know to be true, and so I gotta bounce. Okay? You know what's real and what's for real and what's for play. Okay? What I got? 19 minutes of class. What's this Healer of the Ages about? One more. Okay. All right, Spirit, what's this Healer of the Ages about? Seven of Swords came out again. Moon card came out again. What? Thank you. All right, let's see what's going on here. Tell me about this reverse Seven of Swords. Okay. Needing to balance the truth of who you are. Okay, we got the Hierophant and the Healer of the Ages. Whoa. Oof. Reverse Two of Cups. Ooh. Y'all, my little setup is so premature. I need like a real like big blanket for this chair because I don't like the black. I just like it to be like nice, pure colors. Okay. Healer of the Ages. And tell me more about this Moon card, Spirit. Thank you. And more about this Three of Cups. Thank you. Okay. Alrighty. So this Healer of the Ages. So yeah, you're definitely attached from something and you're needing to heal. You're needing to heal from this deception, needing to find balance. Yeah, you're really distraught about this partnership, this business partnership or what have you. Like I said, whether it's with a parent, whether it's business, platonic, intimate, or familial, you're needing to heal from this. Like this must have been a real, like you felt like you were lied to, right? Like there's definitely some deception and you're needing to heal from that and kind of be graceful with yourself, right? Because like it happens to the best of us. We think we can make something better. We think that, we think that we can make something better. Like, oh, like, okay, like I see some little, right? Like that's what we're here to do. We see a situation and we're just like, oh, how can I make this better? How can I add the things that I naturally have and possess within myself, add value here to make it better, right? That's what we are here to do when we go inside of an organization or a job or a business partnership, right? We believe in the mission or we like, or it aligns in some way, shape, or form to what we do or want. And now, this happened and now you're having to say, damn, like, can I trust myself, right? I think there's a little bit of mistrust. And you can trust yourself. You absolutely can. This is a learning lesson. Now you know what questions to ask on the next interview. You know what questions to ask before you get into another business partnership. You know what questions to ask before you hire another contractor. You know what questions to have before you, do business with someone who, comes and does a project on your home or, if you hire a freelancer, right? Right? You feel like a fool because you weren't able to see things for what they were, but they were hidden. Moon card. They were hidden, right? But things have to come to light, right? Like the new moon cycle, new moon to full moon, right? Like things have to be quiet and then things have to be shown. So, things had to be shown. You gave it a try. There's nothing wrong with that. The fool has to be the fool in order to become the master. Someone said, I was not the first person to say that. But, you have to be the fool. In order to be the master, you have to be willing to be the fool. Good, congratulations. We've learned something here, right? And go out with your friends. Go celebrate if you, left the job or got fired from the job or left the business partnership. Go celebrate. Don't sit in the stuff that happened, right? Like don't speak from your place of pain. Speak from your place of power. Speak about how, you know what, I realized when, and I'm so glad I was able to get myself out of there, with my pride and my integrity intact, right? And, you might be feeling like maybe you can't provide for your family, or now you can't go on that trip, or now you can't buy that thing that you need for your own professional development, right? And you're fighting, though, for yourself. And that's something to be celebrated. That's something to be celebrated. And you can trust yourself. You can always trust yourself. Always. If you make a slip up, it's just a learning lesson, right? All right, guys, last thing, any messages of love, Spirit? For my Rider-Waite people, any messages of love? Hold on, y'all. This deck is so weird. It's like, it's so smooth, but it's like too smooth. It's like hard to flip through sometimes. You are limitless. You can do anything you choose. Come on, sovereignty. You can do anything you choose, you unicorn, you. Rider-Waite people, my unicorns. All right. You are limitless. You can do anything you choose. So if you want to stay in that situation and try to make it the best that you can, stay. And turn it into something, right? If you're limitless, but you also know that you are limitless and can create new opportunities and create something that looks and feels better. It feels like something that you truly want. Looks like a partnership you truly want, because this was in the reverse, right? Can be with people who see your value, hear your value, and pay you for your value, right? You can do anything you choose. All right, Rider-Waite people, thank you so much. I hope that was helpful. Peace and light. You will know what to do in this situation. You already know. You already know. Just got the lovers up. So like decision based in love, decision based on your highest, for the highest good of all involved. You know, maybe spirit has been telling you or will tell you in your dreams what is best for you, what is for the best for your own personal and professional development, for your own character development, right? All right. Thank you, guys. I hope this was helpful. All right. Next up, modern witch people. Modern witch people, you are up. All right. So the messages that I got for you guys was blossoming abundance and third chakra. So it feels like already just from these two cards that when you tap into your personal power and your confidence and your true desires, you will be gifted. You will be abundant once you tap into your personal power. Actually, let me do a little sage. Ooh, actually, I want some Palo. I need some more woods to burn besides Palo. I burn cinnamon sometimes. Got a little cinnamon stick in there. I just love the earthiness. It's so grounding. Y'all felt it. All right, modern witch people, let's go ahead, get into this energy. So yeah, like I said, it seems like blossoming abundance, seems like opportunities are just, doors are opening for you right now because you've tapped into your power, or the advice is to please tap into your power, because there's plenty of doors waiting for you to open, right? Maybe I'm positive that one door has closed, a couple doors have closed, or maybe life looks so crazy because you've been going through this crazy transformation, right? Got a lot of little small creatures in this blossoming abundance card, lots of yellow, right? So both of these pictures have lots of yellow in them. Yeah, lots of wealth, it feels like, coming to you because you've realized where your personal power is, where your truth strengths are, where your creative power is, and you don't even have to be a creative. I mean, you know, creation. Like, I mean, doctors are creative, like, right? When they put things together and are able to find a solution, you know, like the place where you are the most playful, the most joyful, the most in flow, right? You've tapped into that. You've been playing in that energy, and now you're like, wow, like, whoa, like this is all that's available to me when I start doing what I love, right? Yeah, that's what happens when you get past imposter syndrome, right? When you start to play in your interest because it is for your highest and best good and for the highest good of all around you. It is to your best benefit to do what you love. It is to the benefit of your family and your lineage. It is to the benefit of your ancestral healing, your what am I trying to say? Generational healing, right? When you start to do what you love, right? Because our parents didn't always have a choice in that matter to do what they loved. Now you get to play in that. You get to play in what you love and make a living, make money off of it. I'm gonna take that one. Oof, Emperor. Yep. Yep. You are the king of your castle. You are leading now. You are in a place of power. You are in your place of power. Yes. You are in your place of power because you are acting upon your desires. You are standing in and acting from your place of power. How beautiful. Tell me more, Spirit. A nice 9-card spread. Just realized I have the heat on. Hope this isn't messing up the sound. All right, got my mic on. All right, some other cards want us to come out. I'm gonna split this deck up because this. Tell me more, Spirit, about blossoming abundance in the 3rd chakra for my modern witch people. Slow it. Oh, there we go. Sometimes I speed too fast through this. Spirit's like, relax. Taking it slow for my modern witch people. Wow, lots of swords coming in. Y'all been doing some thinking. All right, I got 8, 9, 10 on the board, so we're definitely in a progression. But we're definitely... Let's get the rest of this energy out before I start talking. Tell me more about this, Spirit. That was crazy. Or maybe you guys haven't realized that you have access to your garden of abundance. Thank you. Yeah, you guys don't realize what you're sitting on. I'm doing all this talking. Y'all don't understand what you sitting on, boo. You sitting on a gold mine. Last card on the deck. First card on the spread is the Emperor, which he knows what he has. He knows what he has to offer, and he does so. He is a generous and you know, right, this is kind of divine masculine energy for some, especially when it comes out with like the Magician. That this person's very fiery and they've been putting in a lot of work. You guys have been putting in a lot of work. Or you're wanting to, or either you have or you will be. Or yeah, you have and maybe you haven't. Oh, okay, hold on. I know, hold on. Let me go through this energy because I know exactly what's going on. So, you all are the Emperor, whether you're a fire sign or not, whether you're an Aries or not. You have come to a realization about what makes you, what your place of power is, right? Where your seat of creation is, right? The place of your true power and desire, right? You've gotten there. You've been putting in some work, and you're watching some of it, you know, be accepted and seen by some other people. People are congratulating, you know, some, right? We've got this part is really growing. We still got something cooking up here, right? This is coming beautifully, right? Some of your work is going really beautifully, and you're kind of patiently waiting for it all to kind of culminate. However, while in your time of solitude, you're bearing the weight of a lot. You're thinking about a lot. You're thinking about all of these things that are needed. You're probably thinking about all the practical things that your business needs, that your career needs, that your divine mission that you're here to do, whatever it is that you give to the world. You've been thinking a lot about it in your solitude. Kind of wondering, am I doing too much? Or am I not doing enough? You know, financial worries. And then we've got the Eight of Swords too. Really, really binded by all this. That's so interesting. Hold on. Or maybe this Emperor is another energy. Because this feels very different than the Emperor's energy. Someone's very defensive and doesn't see, maybe someone in your life is blind to what it is that you want to do. And maybe they're a business partner and they're like, we've been doing a lot of stuff and I don't understand why you want to do this now, right? Or something, maybe you gave them a new idea that you were really excited about, that you've been really working on. Tell me more about this energy here, Spirit. Modern Witch people, thank you. Ten of Wands, Four of Swords, Hermit. Tell me more, Spirit. Yeah, something you've been working very, very diligently about this. You've been trying to be very, very strategic. And you're very emotionally invested. You're very emotionally invested. And it's coming from a really good place, whatever this is, whatever this garden that you're growing, this beautiful offering that you have to give the world. And then tell me about this Eight of Swords, Knight of Wands, reverse Ten of Pentacles. Thank you. Y'all, I just feel like there's different energies here. There's someone who's very determined and fierce and putting in that work. But then there's someone who is conflicted and binded to an idea or fearful. And they're being a bit stubborn. Whoever it is that's blinded to your vision and a little bit defensive and feeling like, well, we can't move anything now. But they don't understand. They don't understand what the beauty that you have going on. They don't understand that this is what's promised. They're very in their head. So it feels like, or I don't want to get too caught up about who's who because this is just taking too much time. So I will just say this: someone here has been putting in a lot of diligent action, been coming from they're passionate about this. It's coming from a good place. They're being very strategic, but they're also a little bit worried about it. And I feel like they're worried about it because of this other earth energy here, or someone who's very stubborn and very in their own head and can't see the wealth that it is this situation, that is this idea. How can they improve this situation, Spirit? How can they improve this situation with this other energy? Or if you are the energy and you have someone in your life, or maybe you're the conflicted, right? Like you're like, yes, I have all this passion and I have been putting in all this work, but right, like that inner conflict, right? So it's either some inner conflict or some external conflict with this other person. So let's ask Spirit how to improve this situation so that you can get that blossoming abundance and act from your personal desire. How can they improve this situation so they can find that blossoming abundance, Spirit? Oops, shuffling the cards upside down. How can they improve this situation, Spirit, so they can find that blossoming abundance? Thank you. Work through your fears. Yeah, so this is you. This is you. You're completely conflicted. You are so wanting something. You're like, you've probably put in a little bit of work. It's something that you put some work in, right? And Mercury retrograde is very good about going back to an idea that you used to have, right? Like even me, like I wanted to do a podcast, and now I've turned to kind of doing this topical tarot, right? So it's a very good time to go back to old projects, right? And to work through those fears. You're very, Spirit is trying to say, yo, like this is good. Like this is good. This is so good. Like go. Knight of Swords and the Seven of Pentacles, right? Like go in there, like go passionately, go fiercely, go with some boldness, right? Like we got you. Work through your fears. It will absolutely get you to that magical place. If it, if you can't do it right, do it wrong. And I mean, that's probably right. And yes, you've put in some work here. And so you might be thinking, well, I don't want to mess something up that I've already produced, but like, just do it badly. Please, 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 please do it badly. Do something, because what's the alternative? At least you're a little bit closer than being exactly where you are, because the opposite of creativity is being stagnant. Don't be stagnant. You are sitting on a gold mine and you don't even know it. You are sitting on a gold mine and you don't even know it. This is real offering. This is really, really for this is serving a higher purpose, and we know that because it's a true desire. It's something you really want. So if you really want it, it means it's coming from the most divine place. It's coming from you, you divine being. And Spirit's saying blossoming abundance is yours. If you just go out and get it, if you work through your fears are going to come up, boo. They're going to come up. Ask for some help from somebody that, like I said, it seems like you are. I was trying to figure out this damn thing this whole time. It was you. It was you. You were conflicted. You are these two energies. Or if that's not resonating, then it is an external force. Spirit, what do you want them to remember? That's the last thing I'm going to pull for you guys. What do you want my modern witch people to remember as they work through their fears? Come on now. I follow my inner guidance. I follow my inner guidance. I follow my desires because they are mine. Tapping into your personal power. Was that your sacral chakra? Let me double check. Solar plex. I always get those confused. Emotions of desire, life force, energy. There's an increase. You have an increased enthusiasm. Like you want to do this. Do it. Stop it. Don't play yourself. Like you want this. Go do it now. If you want confirmation, here it is. Follow your inner guidance. Fuck what other people have to say. If they don't get it, they don't get it. People right now are probably like, why are you doing tarot? Like, I know you've been like spiritual this whole time and now you want to do tarot. I've been doing this a long time. People don't have to get it. The people who need it will find it. Trust. All right. Thank you, modern witch people. Don't think that you're not good enough. Like, don't think that someone else needs to authorize you for your dreams. They're yours, Empress. They're yours. They're your creation. They're meant for you to have. No one else has to get it because it's not their dream. It would be super duper amazing if we could find partners, but honestly, you find your partners by living in your truth, by standing in your seat of power, Emperor card. When you stand and act upon your place of power, you give other people the permission to do so, right? That Marianne Williamson quote, right? And I said the other day too, my transformation, I just put it out yesterday, I think it's about transformation, and I said in the video, your vision is not just tied to your dream is not only tied to your life. You standing and operating from your place of power also is, like my story might be connected to yours, your families, right? Like who knows who you can empower and give jobs to and give opportunity to, right? Like because you start cooking right now, there's somebody that has an event space that they're just about to open, and now you get to host your events, your cooking classes, your dinner parties at their event space, and now they have more business, right? Like you are connected to other people's story. Don't sleep. Don't sleep. Don't sleep. The wind is at your back. This did not come in the reverse. It came in the upright. You are already infused with the enthusiasm and the passion and the resources that you need right now, right now, right now. The blossoming abundance is there. You're just afraid to step into it. Work through your fears, work through your fears, work through your fears, because it is not just your story. I don't know if that's motivation enough. Some people it's not, to know that other people's stories are connected to them. Maybe they're not so community minded, right? But I will say, that the fact that you're even here, that you are not living fully in your potential. And you will continue to feel frustration, to feel dis-ease, to feel disease, to feel tension in your body, in your back, in your legs, in your throat. You will continue to be in agitation when you do not operate from your place of power, when you are not in the spirit of your creation, when you are not acting from your true desire. When this is not lit up, when you're not lit up, everything else will be affected. When you don't trust, when you feel cynical about life, it affects everything else in your life. But man, I tell you, when I do these videos, when I'm writing and I'm sharing, I feel so much better. I honestly forget about all the other bullshit in my life because I'm doing what I love. And so it's so much easier to deal with life when you are at least doing what you love. So at least do what you love so you can deal with all the other bullshit that is undoubtedly gonna come your way. Now you got late bills and your mama needs you and your flight got canceled and you got sick, and also you hate the life that you wake up to. I'm sorry, hate's a very strong word. You loathe the life that you come into, that you wake up to. At least you get to do what you love. At least you get to wake up and say, I get to do a little bit of what I love, even if it's part-time, even if it's just on the weekends, right? If that's all you can surmount at this time, if that's all you have time for at this time, at least you're doing a little bit of what you love through all the other bullshit that is happening in your life. So work through your fears so you can start to embrace the life that you wake up to, so that you can deal with the weight of the world from a place of joy, from a place of power. So many of us feel tied down because we're not doing what we love. We wake up frustrated because we're not doing what we love. People are agitated and mean because they're not doing what they love. They're not in a relationship that they love. They're not in communion with people that they love, right? No wonder you're so miserable. Not you, but just saying to people, like, no wonder there's so much misery. People are out here living half lives. They're not fully being. They're not in full vibration. They're not fully glowing. So glow, baby. All right, Modern Witch people, thank you so much. Follow your inner guidance. Love and light. All right, beautiful spellcasters people, last but absolutely not least, this was my first deck that I ever got. And it looks like, my spellcasters people, we are going to be talking about money. Spellcasters people, we're going to be talking about money. All right. Money, 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 money. Money, 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 money. Money. Some people got to have it. For the love of money. It's a good song. For the love of money. All right. Just clear the energy here. Beautiful. All right. Spellcasters people, looks like you guys may have been having some financial little hiccups. You know, things happen. Accidents happen. Kids need you. Family needs you. It looks like you guys have probably had an expense that you weren't expecting came up. And now you're having to... Y'all, I was telling, I think the Modern Witch people, I need a real sheet because I don't like this black chair. I just want it to be like nice, pure, white setup. I'm gonna go to Ross today and get something. I'm already at my coffee table, so that's why the angle's all crazy. Y'all work with me. It's the messages that matter, okay? Spirit said, just make the damn videos. Why are you so worried about everything? I'm gonna take that. All right. Tell me more about spellcasters, people. A little nice 9-card spread here, Spirit, from my spellcasters, people. Tell me more about this woman holding a coin. Nice. Whew. My goodness. We love to see it. It's gonna be all right, spellcasters people. Your money gonna be all right. We gonna get it together. Yes. Either a woman you know or you are the woman that you know is gonna be coming in maybe to help you financially. Thank you, Spirit. 2 more cards. You. We love to see it, don't we? All right. All right, it's gonna be okay. These financial constraints, we gonna get it together. So the first card out is the Magician. And the last card out is the 10 of Cups. So we good. And we got the Chariot and Temperance and Justice and the World here on the spread. So, all right, Spirit. So let's get into this. You've been asking for some money, or maybe doing some magic spells or some rituals, doing some oil baths and maybe writing some abundance checks, right? Definitely been doing some witchy stuff, perhaps. You are my spellcasters, people, so maybe been casting some spells. I love it. Because we've got the Queen of Pentacles clarifying the Magician and the Temperance. And the Temperance is kind of a magician to me,